Hello, Capricorn. I warmly welcome you to SHARO'N's Tarot. I'm really happy to have you here sharing this moment with me. Thank you for your energy, your trust, and for being part of this space. Remember that you are the one who creates your path. You have the power to build the future you desire. Take only what resonates with you in this reading, and simply let the rest flow without forcing it. This is a general reading, so you can watch it whenever you feel guided to. If you wish, you can also complement it with your rising sign or your moon sign for a more complete guidance. Now we are going to connect with the energy of the moment and receive the messages that your guides, your intuition, or your ancestors want to share with you, according to what you are going through, thinking, or feeling right now. The first card you have is a Six of Pentacles along with a Seven of Cups. You have the High Priestess. I'm going to draw more cards for the High Priestess, alright? Four of Wands. Well, this is quite positive. You also have the Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn, look, first things first. You have a Six of Pentacles. Your success will depend on knowing how far you should involve yourself in things, with your time and your resources. This card also feels like guidance. The Six of Pentacles indicates that you realized you were overdoing something, meaning you were giving too much attention or too much energy to a certain situation. And sometimes that can even be counterproductive because it can create saturation or stress around an issue. So I see you in that situation, setting limits with something and, on the other hand, starting to dedicate your time to something more convenient, something that truly requires it and where the answer actually lies. Because yes, sometimes we try to solve things by applying too much force in one direction, and what we actually need is to lower the intensity there a bit, and instead distribute our energy across different areas. In that way, the proper distribution of your time, your resources, and your energy will help you move forward much more, in a more effective or intelligent way. The Six of Pentacles shows me that a few days ago you received something, an object, a tool, an answer. And from that point on, from that clarity or whatever you currently have, you are making many changes. And the cards show that things will continue happening. In other words, the good management of what you have received is important, and I see you continuing to make good use of something positive that has come into your life. If you haven't received anything significant yet, the cards still indicate that in the coming days something better will appear. I feel that you have also been a very generous person. To some extent you have gone too far in your giving, not in a bad way, but rather because you devoted yourself too much voluntarily to something. But the universe always finds ways to balance things, to recalibrate the scales. And the Six of Pentacles shows that you are going to receive back something that you have given. In other words, life is also going to be generous with you through new paths and new ideas. The Seven of Cups is a card of idealism, associated with Venus, and it appears when the mind becomes creative and expansive, and you start realizing that there are more paths than you thought. So I see that what is coming for you is the possibility of choosing one of those paths that currently inspires you or feels right, and giving it form. The High Priestess card that you have here always investigates, goes deeper, and seeks to understand situations. So if right now you have many ideas, Capricorn, choose one of those illusions or thoughts, focus on it, because you won't be wrong. In fact, your intuition is guiding you quite unconsciously. The High Priestess shows that the universe will be on your side. You will have clarity, mental peace, and connection in order to better develop what you are currently choosing. Allow your mind to open up a bit as well, to become more creative. Don't try to shut down your imagination thinking everything must be perfect from the very beginning. Many of the best ideas come precisely from spontaneous creativity. So if many things are coming to your mind right now, that is positive. Let it expand a bit. Later on, yes, organize, make lists and gradually structure what you are thinking. But in this case, your creativity is not working against you. On the contrary, it is helping you. It is better to have many ideas and many dreams than to feel like you don't know where you are going. And if right now you feel like that, like you want to do many things but nothing concrete comes to mind, the High Priestess shows that you will reconnect more with your inner world, with your inner voice. It is also important to disconnect a bit from stress, from things that are overwhelming you, and find a space, even if just a few minutes a day, to meditate, contemplate, and clear your mind and thoughts. You are possibly overloaded with information. And the Seven of Cups can also create mental dispersion. But you will come back to grounding, especially if right now you feel overwhelmed because there are many things on the table. And the High Priestess shows that this reconnection with yourself will bring you back to feeling at ease, stable, and clear again. Capricorn, investigate a little more about something that is not very clear. There is something quite vague and unclear, and you need to make a decision based on it. Don't let yourself be overwhelmed by this feeling. Instead, look deeper and draw clear conclusions. In your cards, I see a woman who can help you with all of this. This is a person who will give you information or support you in what you need, and then she will continue on her path. So this woman, this High Priestess, is not only referring to your inner voice or spiritual connection, but also to someone who will give you answers. I see you will have lucid dreams, spiritual experiences that will make you understand that you are not alone. You will notice synchronicities, and it is very possible that what currently feels ambiguous and confusing will resolve in a very particular way. The world often brings miracles, and the fact that you have the High Priestess here along with the Four of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, regardless of whether you are male or female, this card refers to you. It feels like you are about to experience a miracle or one of those interesting universal turns where things fall into place without so much effort, because not everything depends on you. In other cases, I also see a manifestation that you are making toward the universe, something very personal, that will indeed take place, take shape, and gain importance. Your wishes and dreams are going to come true, Capricorn. But continue avoiding everything that does not resonate with your spirit. Focus on your own things. I see a very good atmosphere at home, especially in the near future. Your living situation, your household, or your inner world will be in order. At the bottom of the deck you have the Two of Cups on your side. There is a person who is like a guardian angel for you right now, and who will support you in the future. If it resonates with a partner, it is him or her. If not, it is simply someone who is there for you. This person is like your anchor, someone who helps you stay grounded. Your sign is an earth sign, but even so, from time to time we all get a bit nostalgic or melancholic. Capricorn is a sign that also places great value on the good things from the past. So if right now you are feeling a bit nostalgic or somewhat melancholic, the cards show me that there is a person who is going to help you focus on the positive side of the present. The Two of Cups reflects a lot of unity and shared happiness with someone. There is someone with whom you are going to have a really good time. A strong romantic connection is coming. Having the Two of Cups on your side, along with the Four of Wands and the High Priestess, also points to the possibility of going out with someone, especially if at this moment there is already someone you like or with whom you are emotionally involved. I understand that with that person you are going to have a very good time. It is possible that certain hidden or secret plans will actually come to fruition. And if you are completely single, I see a relationship on the way. In other words, the cards clearly show someone coming into your life with whom you will start going out. At first, it may be kept somewhat private, because the High Priestess speaks of mystery, secrecy, something discreet, a relationship that begins in secret, but over time it will become more formal. For some people watching this reading, I understand that they are already in a situation like this. They are seeing someone in secret, and it is very likely that this relationship will become official, especially because that person will feel the need to take that step. Yes, because here you appear as well, setting a boundary or establishing a condition. So I see that this relationship, if it is currently hidden or not known by family or friends, will become official. As I was saying, it is very possible that you start seeing someone discreetly at first, but over time things will become much more serious and stable. Capricorn, there is a very strong union with someone, an agreement, a commitment, something that becomes successful. If at this moment you are already experiencing something like this, or if you feel that someone is supporting you financially or helping you with paperwork, documents, or procedures, the cards indicate that this person will respond or will finish helping you with what is missing. There is something that is halfway done, like a process in 2 stages. You have already completed one half, and now the other remains. That person involved in this process will help you complete it. The number 2 will be important for you. It will appear in synchronicities or show up in some detail of your daily life, such as an address, a phone number, or something related to your current situation. Pay attention to that number, because what is connected to it may bring you solutions or help resolve or clarify something pending. Capricorn, I also see that you are making important decisions. Your emotional world is beginning to organize and stabilize, and this will also have a positive impact on your finances, since the Two of Pentacles shows material decisions, choices related to resources and finances that will be successful for you. In the financial area, the cards indicate that you will receive more resources, because the first card that appears is the Six of Pentacles. Also, with the Queen of Pentacles, it reinforces the idea that you will receive more money, more material possessions, more stability in tangible things. In other words, materially you are the one who receives or the one who manages to obtain what you are seeking. The Hermit card also appears. Let's see what it refers to, although here it actually seems to point more to the Hierophant. The Three of Swords and the Ace of Wands appear. There is a situation or activity that is becoming somewhat difficult for you. Something you feel you cannot easily change. These are life responsibilities where you do not always have full freedom. This is causing you some discomfort because you would like things to be more flexible. But there are things that are obligations, such as work or similar duties. If it is not about work, then it may be a social or personal situation, as if you are going through something with someone that you would like to change but feel is not easy to do. However, the cards show that you will find a way to handle this situation in a more manageable, harmonious way. It is not necessarily something you want to leave behind, but rather something you are learning to deal with because, in some way, it also brings you a certain sense of well-being. I will draw another card for you. The Five of Wands appears along with the Queen of Cups. Yes, there is a desire for something to come through, but you feel there are many limitations, obstacles, bureaucracy, or paperwork involved. There is a process or procedure you are about to complete or are already working on. But it feels like you are very close to achieving it, and then suddenly a document, requirement, or detail is missing that delays everything. If this resonates with you, take it as such. If not, it may refer to another similar situation. Those kinds of blocks where you want to move forward, but there is always a but or some condition that makes things difficult to achieve freely. The cards show that it is important for you to keep pushing until you accomplish what you desire. The Queen of Cups also indicates that this has affected you emotionally, and that is where you have experienced the most changes. Justice and the Sun indicate that you must make objective decisions, Capricorn. It is also time to start cutting away everything that is becoming excessive or disproportionate in relation to this situation. You don't need to keep fighting so intensely over something you cannot control. Things can be simpler. If something doesn't please you or isn't working for you, don't put excessive effort into trying to change it. It is time to create something different. When you try to change this situation, it's as if you enter a constant state of frustration, which is why the cards tell you, Capricorn, it is time to let that go and begin a new story. In that area of your life where you are experiencing pain, difficulty, or where you have been trying to make changes but something always gets in the way, the answer is not to keep insisting on the same path, but to open a different one. And I see with the Justice card that the most objective and clear decisions you are currently making will allow you to cut away from this situation and start doing something that is truly useful for you. That is why I even see a job change in your case. Or if you do not want to change jobs, it may still be a dynamic or situation that is requiring too much effort from you. I feel that you are going to say, this is as far as I go with this, and from there you will start doing things in a different way. I see you much lighter, much happier, with a fresh new air. It is that moment when you say, I don't want to keep doing things the way I was doing them because they were draining me. So I see that you will be able to implement some changes in your work, or in other cases, start something completely different regarding something you were trying to improve, but that was not really working along that path. This also points to solutions coming through a completely new route. Capricorn, I feel that you tried to manage something in a building or structure-related situation, or you tried to change something that was honestly getting out of your control. And fortunately, I see that you will succeed through a different path, Capricorn. And it is not that you have to abandon the topic itself, but rather the way, the method, or the approach you were using. That is what changes. Let's see what else appears. I'm going to draw more cards. There is a Six of Wands, a Nine of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. With these cards, I see that there is someone who has deep admiration for you, Capricorn. If this resonates with you, there is a person who truly appreciates you or wishes the best for you. The Six of Wands together with the Nine of Pentacles clearly shows that energy. Someone who supports you in whatever you need in order for your life to be in order and for you to succeed. This King of Wands may be that person. It doesn't matter the gender. What matters is the intention. Someone with good energy toward you, who wants to help you, bring you well-being, and see you in balance. It is someone who genuinely wishes for you to be okay. They may have already expressed it to you. Or it may be that same person who previously appeared with the Two of Cups, someone with whom you feel peace, emotional relief, like a presence that calms your heart. It is a pleasant person, with an energy that feels genuinely positive. The Nine of Pentacles also shows someone with a very valuable energy, a person who comes across as beautiful or harmonious in their way of being. I see that you and this person will progress together in some way. It is simple. When there is someone who truly loves us, the cards reflect it clearly, and here it shows that this person wants to see you well, and will be present in your progress. I also see a triumph coming for you, Capricorn, one that you might not even be noticing because your mind is occupied with too many things. It is as if you had spoken or thought about certain matters 2 or 3 weeks ago that are still unresolved, and that prevents you from noticing other positive things that are already approaching. Not only does this person who admires and cares for you appear, but also someone who will accompany you in this success. There is both material and emotional abundance coming your way, but there is an important figure who will walk with you through this process. Let's go deeper. I'll draw one last card about this type of person. The Fool along with the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, Capricorn, look. If you are single, it may be a friend who has a free-spirited nature, someone who likes to travel, enjoys going out, may be interested in languages, or has a very outgoing personality. If you are in a relationship, then with this person things will become more joyful and dynamic. There may even be travel, outings, or new experiences in different places. With the Fool and the Knight of Pentacles, the relationship becomes lighter, more active, and more fun. And if you are thinking about spending time with another person in your life, not necessarily in a romantic sense, but as a friend or family member, that person will also bring you well-being. You will share good moments with them. For you, job offers and increased income are coming. Your reading is especially interesting in the financial area, not because there are many money-related cards, but because it is clear that you are not fully aware of how many good things are approaching you. You are more focused on your inner peace, your emotional world, or on resolving certain tensions, but the cards show that very favorable things are coming by their own momentum. Job opportunities, growth in a business venture, improved current conditions, or even a much more beneficial new path after this stage you are going through, which feels slow or draining. Capricorn, in your cards appear Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Leo, Aries, Aquarius, and Libra. These signs repeat and can help you identify people with those energies, whether in their sun or rising sign. And I also see something interesting. You are going to buy something spiritual. It doesn't necessarily have to be a crystal, a tarot deck, or something like that. Although if you want it, you will of course get it and be able to obtain it. What I mean is that there is a purchase coming that will make you feel emotionally or spiritually good. It is like when someone gets an object they have always wanted, something that also brings a bit of nostalgia. Spiritual objects are not only valuable for their symbolism or their material composition, but also for what they evoke within us. And I see that you are about to get something like that, something that will elevate your spiritual energy, because it will connect you with beautiful memories from your childhood or positive recollections. Thank you, Capricorn, for sharing this reading with me here at SHARO'N's Tarot. I hope these messages brought you clarity, guidance, or simply a little light to your path. Remember to keep only what resonates with you and release the rest with love. Trust your intuition, because it is always guiding you to where you need to be. If you enjoyed this reading, you can subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell to keep receiving more messages from the universe. I send you lots of beautiful energy, protection, and abundance. See you in the next video. And remember, nothing is a coincidence, everything arrives at the perfect time.